Why did you choose this job position?
Well, I have started work my whole career in the energy industry, and I think it's a really, it's an interesting industry because it's affected by so many different things. It's affected by people, regulations, and the environment, and so it means that the job is always interesting, and there are always new challenges.
What is the best part about doing this job?
Well, I get to see a lot of interesting numbers. So every time that we begin or complete a new project or even begin a new project, we talk about how big it is. So when we install a new solar array, a bunch of solar panels, we talk about how much power it's going to generate. And we usually say, okay, it's going to be 2 megawatts, and that means that it'll remove 2,300 tons of CO2 from the atmosphere every year that the array is working. And that's equivalent to planting 1,900 acres of trees every year that the array is working. And so I think that's what I like most about my job, is I get to hear about all that amazing work.
The next question is, how do you think this career position can impact people or the environment?
It's huge. You come to work every day, and even if you play a little part, you are creating clean energy that is going to provide people with electricity for decades and decades and decades. And the more clean energy we produce, the fewer other types of energy will have to be created. So that means fewer coal, fewer burning of fossil fuels. And so every little project helps prevent other more detrimental types of energy projects from coming online. So it's very encouraging.
How does your job relate to renewable energy?
So my job is, my title is the Director of Marketing and Communications, and that means that every time one of our projects comes online or starts to be constructed, it's my job to make sure that all the people who live around the project understand what will be happening and how it's going to benefit their community. And then the other part of my job is making sure that we let all of you guys know what we're doing. So it's important for our audience through social media and press releases and our website to have information available to discuss all the things that groSolar is doing, and that's my job. And so my job is to promote and communicate all of the things that we're doing in green energy.
Our last question is, how will renewable energy help us build a cleaner and more efficient world?
How will renewable energy help us run a more clean? Well, first of all, it does a lot more than just, helping us have a more clean and efficient world. So, obviously, when you have clean energy like solar and other types of renewables, it means that we'll need less, coal generation and natural gas generation. And from an environmental perspective, that's a very good thing. But it also means that we're employing people. You guys should look up some of the statistics associated with how many jobs are created. And the solar industry is creating some of the most jobs in the industry.